5 on Your Side at 10 starts now.
A second chance at life after a heartbreaking situation. The team effort between St. Louis police and a local shelter that saved a dog shot during the holidays.
It's going to stay chilly this weekend with highs in the 30s and 40s, but relief is on the way to 60s next week. Just how long will the warm stretch last? I got your full forecast coming up.
Our top story tonight, police swarm the Riverview mayor's home.
It don't surprise me any.
The latest in this active investigation. We have learned a search warrant was granted as detectives search for answers tonight. Thanks so much for joining us at 10. I'm Kelly Jackson. 5 on Your Side's Brent Solomon is in Riverview speaking with neighbors who stumbled upon the police probe.
I just happened to be coming home from work, and this is a surprise.
A St. Louis County Crime Unit van along with unmarked cop cars on scene into the night here on Leeton Avenue, less than half a mile from Riverview City Hall. Friday evening, the quaint community becoming a police investigation with Mayor Mike Cornell's home at the center of it.
So are you surprised that police showed up here today?
No, not at all. Not at all. The attitude of him, the actions of him is definitely causing for it. It's long overdue.
Ike Buchanan lives near the mayor and says he's familiar with him. Police not sharing details into why they're here, only saying it's part of a, quote, active investigation. Sources say a search warrant was granted, though the specific reason not yet ready to be shared.
He flexes his authority.
Buchanan says if a crime's been committed,
he should be held accountable.
The search of the mayor's home here comes less than a month after he held a news conference, speaking out about racist and anti-Semitic graffiti that he says had been popping up around town.
We will not tolerate this, and we will fight back and stand up for solidarity and for what's right.
At the time, he said his efforts to clean up trash, tackle drug dealing, and clear abandoned lots made him a target for opponents.
You have a man trying to make a difference, and you get hit with all of this. And it's like, it's crazy. It's saddening. I ran for office and I did the right thing.
Friday evening, a police spokesperson said she wasn't aware of any arrests. We've reached out to the city and to Cornell for comment, but haven't heard back. Brent Solomon, 5 on Your Side.
Mayor Cornell made history in 2022 as the village's first African-American trustee. He later served as chairman before becoming mayor over a year ago. Several candidates who applied to become the next sheriff of St. Louis were denied a chance to testify about their qualifications at City Hall today. The Board of Aldermen canceled a scheduled hearing after the court said there's really no vacancy in the sheriff's position. They say that's because interim Sheriff John Hayden is on the job. Mayor Kara Spencer said she hopes the board can come to an agreement after butting heads with President Megan Green over who chooses Alfred Montgomery's replacement. All this comes as the Missouri Attorney General is scheduled to appear in court to ask a judge to block Green from trying to tell election officials to move forward with a special election in a short, compressed time frame.
Now that we know we probably can't do it in March because there's a 30-day period, it probably doesn't make sense to do it in April. I think most of us are going to be focused on the earnings tax. Maybe the conversation now doesn't make sense to have it in August and November where there's already going to be elections for statewide and congressional races and everything else.
The comptroller's office and election officials estimate a special election for the sheriff's office could cost city taxpayers about $400,000. New information tonight about a deadly shooting that involved a police officer at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Airport Police Department released body cam footage. It shows the officers confronting Darius Kennedy near a restroom on November 21st. When one of the officers sees a knife in Kennedy's hand, you can hear the officers order him to drop it.
Drop the knife!
When Kennedy attempts to run off, an officer uses a stun gun on him. He then turns toward another officer who fires multiple shots at him. Kennedy died at the airport. We have a happy update tonight on a terrible story involving a dog who was shot twice on Christmas Eve. Wallace underwent surgery yesterday and it was a success. From the police officers who found him to the team at Stray Rescue, now helping him to heal, he is now getting a second chance.
Wally.
It is hard to believe this dog, now named Wallace, full of kisses and love, survived a terrible trauma just over a week ago.
When he got here, he was obviously in pain and in rough shape, but still wagging his tail and being happy like he is right now.
You could say guardian angels in the form of St. Louis police officers answered a call.
My call initially came out with some type of dog bite and a dog hiding in the, I guess in between houses. When we got there, we found out that wasn't true at all.
Instead, Officer Landon Jordan found a scared and bloodied pup.
I have 2 dogs. I love dogs. I got down to talk to him in a nice, almost like baby voice, and the dog came to me.
2 other officers soon arrived to help.
As soon as we got there, you could tell the dog was extremely sad. The blood on his feet, front paws. There was some streaming down his face, and the dog just wanted our help so badly.
That help quickly became a team effort. The officers rushed the dog to stray rescue, still unsure how badly he was hurt. Shell casings at the scene showed he'd been shot at 4 times. 2 bullets hit him once in the leg and face.
The bullet entered just under his eyeball itself and went downwards. If it would have hit him in the eyeball, then yeah, he wouldn't be here with us today.
Police say people in the neighborhood had seen Wallace on occasion and had never had any issues with him, making it harder to understand why someone would hurt him.
You can see right there, that's a bullet hole, and it actually went straight through the muscle out the other side.
Despite it all, Wallace is recovering after a successful surgery at Stray Rescue, surrounded by care and comfort. For officers and rescuers alike, Wallace's survival is a powerful reminder of what compassion can do. Police are investigating and they hope to find whoever shot Wallace. He is expected to make a full recovery and will be available for adoption after that. We are a little over 34 days away from the Winter Olympics in Milan, and now we know at least 4 hockey players from the St. Louis area will represent Team USA on the ice. Corey Miller is here to break down the historic moment for St. Louis hockey.
Well, Kelly, St. Louis has been a great hockey town for a long, long time.
Yes.
We've sent more and more local products to the NHL, but now we get to showcase the St. Louis hockey talent on a global stage. We knew the Kachucks would be on Team USA. Former Chaminade Red Devils, Matthew and Brady, were big stars in the 4 Nations face-off and will likely be big stars in Milan. Utah Mammoth captain Clayton Keller also made the men's team. The Swansea native attended Wolf Branch Grade School over in Illinois. And then there's Joy Dunn for the women's team. The forward is following in her Olympic sister Jinsey's footsteps and adding to her family hockey legacy.
I remember I have a 3rd grade poster of like, what's your goal someday? And it was like, play in the Olympics. And so I think just to be actually living it and pursuing that right now is just a huge honor and a blessing. Like, I'm just so grateful to be here and don't want to just take it for granted how much better I get to get despite whether I make it or not. I love watching everybody here because there's something you can learn from everybody. Like, I think something I've really taken away, especially being younger, is I'm always learning something new from somebody else, from what coach is teaching us. So I'm just in a very great spot to just learn, to keep developing.
Kelly, I was already excited to be going over to Italy to cover the games, but now I get 4 local hockey players to follow along with. Going to be a real moment for our area to be proud of in February.
I know, you'll be heading over there before you know it.
Yep, it's coming up.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, next week, hundreds of skaters from across the country will take to the ice at Enterprise Center for a chance to represent Team USA. The U.S. Figure Skating Championships are a qualifying competition for athletes going for the gold in 2026 Olympics. But to hold the championships, you need to give people a place to stay. Explore St. Louis says they expect up to 15,000 hotel rooms will be filled across the city over the 5-day event. But the impact goes beyond the hotels.
Not only is the Enterprise Center benefiting and our hotels, but local small businesses benefit as well. It creates good visitor spend throughout the community, whether it be on transportation, whether it be in the restaurants, small businesses. So everybody wins when big events come here.
The U.S. figure skating team will be announced Sunday, January 11th. And the opening ceremony for the Milan Cortina Olympics is Friday, February 6th, and you can watch it right here on 5 on Your Side. rediscovering a civilization lost to time in the heart of the Amazon.
We were able to find a lot of other evidence that we did not expect at all.
How two Missouri archaeologists say they uncovered history. And bald eagles back in Alton, how the Metro East is celebrating their long-awaited return.
Our dry stretch will continue, but rain is on the way. I've got the details coming up in your forecast next.
Tonight, two Missouri archaeologists are back from searching for a lost city in the Amazon. Tracy Henson met up with the explorers at the closest thing to the Amazon rainforest in St. Louis, the aquarium's piranha exhibit.
Pretty much every day. The only source of protein in the Amazon is to fish, and most of the fish that you catch are piranha. So we basically ate piranha soup every day.
Which is why the aquarium's piranha exhibit was the perfect place in St. Louis to meet up with Missouri's own Amazon explorers, Dr. Daniel Pierce and Chris Bodine.
It was exciting. It was an exciting feeling to know that we were right and that we weren't just making things up in our mind and wanting things to be there that weren't there.
In September, we told you about the pair of Missouri State archaeologists from the Terra Incognita Research Institute. At the time, they thought they may have found evidence of a lost city deep in the Amazon. They had identified patterns on satellite imagery of structures that could be man-made, like streets and buildings. Archaeologists call these geoglyphs. In December, they flew to Brazil to look for proof.
While we were looking for these geoglyphs in the jungle, we were able to find a lot of other evidence that we did not expect at all. Things that, just like the geoglyphs, are like hundreds of miles out of place. Some of this other evidence is also hundreds of miles out of place.
Evidence they can't share yet on camera. They're true scientists waiting for their findings to be peer-reviewed and validated. But they will tell you this, the discovery is big.
Definitely a large-scale civilization, a large settlement.
Dr. Pierce and Bodine promised as soon as they can share their official findings with all of you, they will. They did show me a few pictures. It was very National Geographic, Indiana Jones. Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
Publishing their research, the two are raising money to return to the Amazon for more exploration. This weekend, Alton is celebrating some feathered friends flying south for the winter. The Alton Eagle Ice Fest marks the start of eagle season in southwest Illinois. Eagles migrate south when lakes, rivers, and ponds up north begin to freeze. Festivities started tonight at the Flock Food Truck Park.
This is actually our 17th year celebrating this event. This is the first year that we've had it be a 2-day event, which is very exciting. But we are celebrating the return of the wintering American bald eagles back into our region. This region becomes their winter home due to the confluence of the 3 rivers in our region. So it's really, really fun that we get to bring out visitors and community alike to celebrate such a cool thing in our area.
Well, today's festivities wrapped up just a few minutes ago. The fun continues tomorrow with an Eagle meet and greet at the Audubon Center. Ice carving, live music, and food trucks. And that runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also, if you're a bird watcher, eagles aren't the only thing you can spot flying south for the winter. You can come on around because I know this is a weather emergency. We'll explain in just a few minutes. But you may also find some short-eared owls and migrating ducks in our area this time of year. Well, this weekend will be your last chance to catch Garden Glow at the Missouri Botanical Garden. The annual holiday tradition was named 4th best display of its kind in the country last year. But more than 2 million Christmas lights will twinkle for the last time for the season tomorrow night. Tickets are still available online. And meteorologist Lance Walker has been frantic in the past 15 minutes.
Yep,
He has been
not as
so
frantic
busy.
as our producer right now in the back.
This is going to be a very old-fashioned weathercast.
That's right.
Because as you know, you probably know, we're moving from 1000 Market Street to the Highlands. So you know what? We have things that aren't quite working all the way.
So we're going to the whiteboard. That's what we're going to do tonight. Hopefully your night is going better than mine right now. Let's go and get this out of here. Today is Friday. I think.
Yes.
The 2nd.
January 2nd.
All right. So this is what we're going to do.
Okay.
Friday through Sunday. I hope my handwriting's okay. Can you see it? You can't see it at home.
Not
Come on
really.
now. Let's go back here. My
Not
director
really.
just said write bigger. All right. Friday That's barely legible. Okay, through Sunday. There we go. Okay. All right, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I hope y'all are loving this right now because me, not so much. All right, here we go. Friday through Sunday, chilly.
This is what they used to do back in the olden days.
Back in the day.
Okay. Well,
Chilly
how
temperatures.
How chilly?
We're talking upper 30s, lower 40s for us. Well, today, obviously, that's where we were today.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday, still chilly. You want some good news?
Yes.
We're going to take that off the board.
Okay.
We're going to warm up.
All that work you did, you have to erase it all.
Now it's gone. Okay. Monday, warmer weather, right?
Okay.
Average high this time of year is 41 degrees. We're headed to 60.
Oh, my.
60 degrees for Monday. If I had a red pen, I would do that. I think I do have a red pen over there. We'll stay in the 60s Monday through Thursday. We're also going to, let's go, there we go, right around 60. It'll hover around that mark. We'll stay dry Monday through Thursday as well. Then we have a cold front with an area of low pressure. That's going to arrive on Thursday, so we're bringing some rain back into the forecast. So that's good because we're technically right now, most of us,
we still need rain.
We need rain. We've not had much rain. It's only 2 days into the year, but we are in a level 3 drought. The rain on Thursday is not going to wipe that away, but we'll take the showers. We need some rain back into the region. So looking ahead to next weekend, I looked at the long-term forecast data. I'm really tall on this right now.
Yes, you are tall anyway.
Okay, well, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yes.
Next weekend, great. They look great. And we were talking about this earlier. It's going to stay dry over the next 5 days or so. So if you want to get what?
Car wash.
There we go. If you need to get your car washed, I'm really tall on this. If you need to get your car washed, you've got a great 5-day value with that. No rain back in the forecast until Thursday.
Okay.
We'll continue to monitor that. I've restarted every computer in this building.
He's been making all kinds of phone calls and everything.
Yeah. Oh, we got
it's been a hot mess.
Everybody else is, we're working on it. The new building is going to be better. We're excited about that. Your forecast is great starting Monday. Wear the jackets this weekend. Pull out the shorts on Monday.
Great job. Now draw a stick person.
Go to sports.
We'll be right back.
Dennis, that was great. I'm glad I don't have to draw highlights. The Blues started 2026 strong. Mizzou football is already dealing with the craziness of the transfer portal, and a local high school kicker has big dreams and an even bigger leg. Sports is up after the break.
This 5 on Your Side Sports Report is sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel is now available in Missouri.
It is a busy start to 2026 for the Blues. They play 14 games this month. Today, they got the chance to start the calendar on the right foot as Vegas came to town for a matinee matchup. 2 former Boston Bruins coaches matching up today, Monty and Bruce Cassidy on the bench. Blues down 1-0, but here comes Alexei Toropchenko on the rush. Bangs that one home. We're tied at 1. Later on, Justin Falk keeps his explosive offensive season going. Team high 11th goal. That makes it 2-1. Blues would run to 3-1. Vegas responded to tie the game at 3, but Blues didn't quit. Minute and a half left. Pavel Buchnevich wins a board battle, and Braden Shen bangs home a Jimmy Snuggerud rebound to give the Blues a 4-3 win. It was a final goal that made the head coach proud and gave the captain another thing to be happy about this week.
But the great play on the wall is huge. We talk about wall battles being huge. You know, we've talked about being able to finish on our odd man rushes, something we haven't done at an efficient rate anyways this year. And I'm glad 21 decided to, rip it. And I just think that's the hockey gods for, Schenner to score a goal for his baby girl that was born yesterday.
Mizzou football portal update. St. Louis safety Marvin Burks is now in the portal. The junior has 2 interceptions and 131 tackles as a Tiger. Mizzou may have already found a new quarterback. Ole Miss backup Austin Simmons hit the portal today, and according to ESPN's Pete Thamel, Mizzou is the front runner to land him. The lefty gunslinger from Florida has 2 years of eligibility remaining. Well, our area continues to produce some of the best high school football talent around. Usually we focus on positions like quarterback, receiver, defensive end. But over in Freeburg, Illinois, there's a special teams phenom whose future is just as bright as any recruit around. On the football field, sometimes the kicker and punter can go unnoticed. But it's hard not to notice Freeburg junior Dane Olmstead.
I'm around 6'3", 210.
I've hit from 67 out on the field, but in game it's only like 44.
The go-to recruiting base for kicking, Coles, has Olmsted as the 11th ranked kicker and 3rd ranked punter in the class of 2027. And he recently got an offer from his dream school, the University of Missouri.
It's just SEC, which has always been my dream, and it's so close to home, so they treat me like family down there. You know, my whole life I've worked towards this goal, and to finally have it, you know, come my way, feels great.
And this dream has been in the works for a long, long time.
Probably like my 6th grade year when I hit like a 38-yard field goal. I kind of knew after that I could do something special with it.
Olmsted has had a kicking role model turned coach, helping him on his journey as well. Belleville West grad and Millstadt native Austin Seibert kicked in the NFL for 5 teams across 6 seasons, tallying 72 field goals, 7 of which came in one game for the Washington Commanders, setting a franchise record.
7 for 7. Hail to the kicker.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I don't really think about it too much. You know, I was just doing my job that day, and I got handed 7 kicks and just, you know, did your job making those kicks. But it is a rare occasion to have 7 field goals in a game, and it is pretty cool to see kind of your name etched in history.
Now retired, Seibert coaches the next generation of St. Louis special teams weapons.
Forming a pipeline here for coaches to be like, St. Louis is a hub now for kickers, and I think we're starting to turn that a little bit.
And Olmsted has been a pupil of Seibert's since he was just a youngster.
Him coming out all the time, you know, just really having this dream and making almost me responsible for like, okay, this kid has talent, he wants to do this, like, let's make it happen.
It's awesome. I come out and he can like tell what I'm doing wrong every single time when I mess up, so it's a great learning tool to have.
Olmsted still has another year of high school to play out, where he'll only get bigger and stronger.
And the kick is good.
As his journey continues, he's carrying his hometown of Freeburg along with him.
I'm very happy that, you know, I did this from Freeburg and I get to kind of put our school on the map, and we have a lot of talent on our team.
And the road may one day lead to the same place his mentor once was.
You know, if he keeps developing, gets stronger, I would see him as an NFL punter. If all goes well and he sees his opportunities at Mizzou and does his job and works hard and doesn't get distracted, I don't see why he can't chase the dream of the NFL.
We will certainly be following his career. That'll do for sports, Kelly.
All right, thanks, Corey. After spending more than 40 years in our studios here at 1000 Market Street, 5 On Your Side writes a new chapter in a new building. Mike Bush shares some of his fondest memories after the break. Tomorrow will officially be 5 On Your Side's last day in this building. We're moving from our Market Street location after decades of bringing you the news right here. And while the move isn't stopping our mission to deliver the news to you, some of us wanted to say goodbye. Mike Bush takes a trip down memory lane.
Well, behind me, this is 1000 Market Street in St. Louis, Missouri, right downtown. And it has been my work home for the last 40 and a half years. And we are leaving this home. We're going to a new place. When I first came here back in 1985, this was a fairly new building. Obviously, it has seen better days because it's been 40 and a half years, but I have so many memories in this place. First in sports, getting to work alongside people like Jay Randolph and Ron Jacober and Art Holliday, and then later Trey Wingo and Matt Weiner and Malcolm Briggs, and of course Frank Cusimano. And then I was lucky enough to move to news and get to anchor alongside people like Karen Foss and Deanne Lane and Kay Quinn, and of course now Ann Allred and Kelly Jackson. I think the best professional decision I ever made was coming to St. Louis and staying in St. Louis. On my first drive into work, I had already worked in Tucson, Arizona, and New Orleans and Kansas City, and I wasn't sure how long I'd be in St. Louis. I had some opportunities to leave, but this always felt like home, and it's all thanks to you. You made me feel at home. I love St. Louis. We've raised our kids here, and this has been my work home, and I have to say, now that we're leaving it, I'm definitely going to miss it.
I have many fond memories here too. I know you've not.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
About 6 months or so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you have a few
Yeah.
memories
I still
already.
it's going to be different, but we're looking forward to it.
We are
Yeah.
so looking forward to it. And we thank you for joining us tonight at 10. We are always online on 5+. You can also visit us on KSDK.com. Have a great evening and be safe.